Hey there, everybody. My name is Spencer, and I'm joined by Todd and Kevin, and we are professional board game photographers. And today, we're showing off our photos that we have taken of Tang Garden, a game published by Thundergriff Games and licensed by Lucky Duck Games.
So in Tang Garden, you're going to be building a garden by placing tiles, adding decorations, and placing people in the garden who gain you points based off of the type of scenery in their line of sight. And the reason we chose Tang Garden is because it is a beautiful, beautiful game. When I first got the copy, I opened up the box and I took the board out, and I was actually kind of surprised because the board is rather plain. It doesn't have many colors on it, but when you start placing all of the tiles and the decorations on there, it really does, over the course of the game, turn into just a beautiful garden. And we want to say thank you to Lucky Duck Games for sending each of us a copy of this game. We're really excited to share these photos with you, and we hope you guys love them. So here's a question for you guys. What was your favorite component in the box?
What I really liked about it, with a lot of games, you'll get the cardboard that's just not quite thick enough, right? But the cardboard in this thing, it's so satisfying. It's super thick cardboard, like
It is.
Yeah.
thicker than any of the other games I think I have. And it has like a black core to it, so you don't see like the actual brown cardboard on the edging. It's slick, like it's really slick.
Yeah, I noticed how thick it was when I was popping all the pieces out too. And yeah, I definitely love the pavilions, and the fact that you can place the people inside of the pavilions, I'm like, that was genius. All right, well, you guys want to jump into photos?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
I'll go first, all right? Okay, guys, here are my pictures.
Ooh.
And basically I'm using all of my wife's houseplants because that's how you professionally do things.
I really like all the plants in the foreground. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. It's like we're spying on some people in a garden.
Yeah.
I know. It kind of had, to me, it had like a mini, like tiny people living in my backwoods or something that are enjoying their tiny little Tang garden.
Yeah.
Man, this game just
borrowers
lends itself
kind
to
of situation.
beautiful photos.
Yeah, I love these. These are awesome. I totally thought this was outside and you just put some plants in the
this is
front.
outside too.
No, I was not kidding around. These are all my wife's houseplants. She doesn't make her houseplants in a way where I can take pictures of them. It's very frustrating.
Wow.
I don't know why she doesn't make it more convenient for me. She knows I use them more than she does. Here is another video just of something that happened during the behind the scenes. All right, so pro tip. When you're doing a really complicated shoot and you're using like really all of your wife's plants, you're gonna totally break them. And you're gonna kind of freak out for a second because it's basically like killing one of your children. I mean, you don't care about this child as much as she does in this particular case. But there's a silver lining, because what you do is you take those broken pieces, throw them in there for a little spice. Yeah, get that jungle feeling going. Just gotta dangle it. And then, of course, afterwards, you get rid of the evidence like fast. She's gonna notice and she will not be pleased. I ran into a situation in my yard right before I did this main shoot. So I'm just gonna show you the pictures real quick. Check this out.
Man, you got some cool snails.
Now, if I
have a
could
model of
have
these?
grabbed that dude, I do not know. But I have an extra behind the scenes video of my struggles with my models if you want to see that too. So I'm out here trying to shoot some extra Tang Garden shots. Found this big boy, Mr. Snail, but I traumatized him too much and now he just straight up refuses to come out. I found another little guy, very energetic. He immediately climbed up this thing, dump you out, and has now decided he lives in there. So, gonna have to pay my models more money next time because these ones are just not working out for me.
That's awesome. That's so great. I love it.
Spencer, you have to go second this time.
I'll go second. All right. Let me share my screen here. So there
Whoa.
is my final shot.
Oh man.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Okay, I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not this. This is super cool.
No.
I just had this idea because of putting all those components together with, the trees and then the people on the plastic stands and the pavilions. I was just like, okay, I'm going to make a photo of like all these things kind of falling into place.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like they're exploding, but
I love it.
roll that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Thank you. I shot the wire shot first. And then once I got that solid, I took all the wires out of the frame and then shot this one. And everything except one piece of fern stayed in place. So there's one where I had to use the clone stamp a bit to erase one of the wires. But everything else, everything else erased pretty well. So that's my shot.
That's
and
cool.
I have a little behind the scenes. Lots of tape.
Yeah, the wire work must take forever.
What kind of wire do you use?
I can't remember what that silver wire is, but the black wire is actually for plants or florists to wrap things.
Oh, it's all coming together. Florist, Tang Garden.
Yeah.
That was definitely not an expected shot. I mean, it was though at the same time. It's Spencer. That's kind of how Spencer does things. But still.
All right, Kevin. Let's see
Last
it.
but not least.
Okay, here we go. Share my screen. So there's my image.
Ooh.
And so I definitely wanted to go for a silhouette. And so I got just a couple miniatures there at the top. And got a nice moon behind them. So that is...
What are they on?
You'll see in the behind the scenes. You want to see the behind the scenes? Here, I'll show you. Behind
That's
the
very
scenes.
nice.
So there's my moon, and I was setting it up.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
I had seen you sharing that you had that.
Yeah. I didn't want to share
Perfect.
too much with it, but that is my little mountainous terrain.
Awesome.
It's just microfiber
I was gonna
cloth.
say, I was gonna guess that it was a towel.
Yep, because it was easy to kind of form, and I changed my mind. I decided to go with a purple background instead of blue.
Oh, that's a lamp.
And so I had some trees in the front, and then I got my little pavilion in there. I had a
The
light.
pavilion, like the light on the pavilion really worked out well. And it was just the slightest light.
And so, yeah, the moon actually has a little LED in it. And so here I'm turning my main lights off, getting ready to take the photo, and then I turned the moon on here.
That's a cool moon.
And so then,
That's cool.
then I just bring the camera down so you can kind of see with, just my phone there what I'm envisioning. And so then I just had to snap the photo with my actual camera, and then I used my stick light a little bit to just give a little bit of accent to those trees in the front, just so that they're kind of barely visible. Since it's supposed to be a nighttime scene, I didn't want them to be too bright. And then, yeah, final image.
Excellent.
I like the colors.
So, but one thing with this that I wanted to do is, in the game, the different characters that you can place in the garden, a few of them are the Emperor, the Empress, and the Lady. And the Empress, she is worth a certain number of points, but she loses points if in her line of sight is either the Lady or the Emperor, kind of indicating that there might be something happening.
Something's going on.
Something might be happening
What's
between the two of them. So up in
Love
front
it.
of the moon, I have the Emperor and the Lady, and in the pavilion is the Empress. So it's like they're out for a late night escapade, and the Empress is out there spying on them as well. So
That's good. When we were playing the game, I loved that aspect of it. As soon as I saw that card, I was like, "Oh, this is cool." I thought about something kind of similar for a second, but I didn't go with it. I'm really glad you did.
Yep.
That's excellent. I love it. Well, the game is definitely it's so beautiful that I feel like it's actually a little hard to shoot, just because when something already looks amazing, how could you make it look way better than it
Yep.
already looks?
Yep.
So accenting the colors and stuff like that, that was hard.
I I kind of feel like it's hard
first
to
one.
take a bad photo of Tang Garden because yeah, like you're saying, like it looks so good. And so with mine, I really tried to push away from the bright, beautiful colors, and I decided to go for that silhouette kind of approach instead.
So did you have that vision in your mind for that shot, Kevin?
Yes, yeah. I knew I wanted to have a hill, and originally I was thinking a pavilion with the 2 in it, but you can't fit 2 in the pavilion, so I went with a bridge on the top, and I did know I wanted the moon in the background, creating that silhouette of them. And then if I could, I knew I wanted to incorporate the Empress somewhere in the photo, like she's spying on them somewhere. And I didn't know if I was gonna be able to do it, but when I started setting things up, I was like, wait, there's a spot right here for it, and it was perfect.
I thought
was
all
exciting.
3 of us were gonna shoot with plants. I figured Todd would. And
kinda my
I mean,
thing.
I was like originally gonna go with a sky background, but then there's a plant hanging off to my right when I was shooting, or when I was getting set up, and I'm like, I'll bring that down, put it on a C-stand, and just hang it right there.
And that was our episode of Tang Garden. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Personally, I had a ton of fun shooting photos of this game. It is a beautiful, beautiful game. And I loved seeing the photos that Todd and Spencer took as well. If you guys want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Also, comment below. Tell us which one you thought was your favorite. Our next episode will be coming out soon. We're going to be covering the next game by Leader Games, Fort. So stay tuned.